Learn English with us.
English podcast.
Hey English learners, welcome back to Learn English with Us, your friendly place to practice English through simple conversations, useful vocabulary, everyday expressions, and real-life English.
Hello, everyone. We're really happy you're here with us today. If you're learning English and you want to speak more naturally, understand everyday conversations, and feel more confident when you use English, you're in the right place. We're here to make English learning simple, comfortable, and enjoyable. You can listen to our conversation, learn useful expressions, and practice speaking along with us.
And remember, you don't need perfect English to start speaking English. You don't need to know every grammar rule, and you don't need a huge vocabulary.
Exactly. You just need to practice consistently. Every sentence you speak is another step toward becoming a more confident English speaker.
So if you sometimes understand English but feel nervous when you have to speak, don't worry, you're not alone. Many English learners have the same experience.
That's why today's episode is going to focus on speaking practice. We're going to talk about how you can train your mouth, improve your speaking flow, and become more comfortable using English in everyday situations.
And the best part is that you can practice with us from anywhere. You can listen while you're relaxing at home, walking outside, driving, cooking, or getting ready for your day.
You can also come back to this episode again and again. The more you listen and repeat useful English, the more comfortable the language can become.
So get comfortable, put on your headphones if you have them, and get ready to practice English with us.
Don't worry about making mistakes. Don't worry about having a perfect accent. Just focus on communicating and enjoying the process.
Because here at Learn English with Us, our goal is simple. Help you listen better, speak more confidently, and use English in your everyday life.
So let's learn together, practice together, and improve together.
Welcome to Learn English with Us.
Let's get started. Today, we're talking about something that almost every English learner experiences. You know English, you understand English, you can read English, you can watch English videos and understand most of what people are saying, but then someone speaks to you in English and suddenly your brain becomes very quiet.
Yes, you know the answer, but you can't say it quickly. You start thinking, wait, how do I say this? Then you translate the sentence in your head. Then you check your grammar. Then you think about pronunciation. And finally, you say something very simple like, yes, I like it.
Exactly. And after the conversation, you suddenly think of the perfect answer.
That's the worst part. You walk away and think, that's what I should have said.
If this happens to you, don't worry. It doesn't mean you're bad at English. It often means that your English is still living mostly in your brain. You have learned the words, but your mouth needs more practice using them.
Think about learning to play an instrument. You can watch videos about playing the guitar, you can learn the names of the strings, you can understand music theory, and you can even watch professional guitar players for hours. But if you never touch the guitar, your fingers won't become comfortable.
Speaking English is similar. Your brain learns the language, but your mouth needs practice too. Your lips need to move, your tongue needs to move, your jaw needs to move, and your voice needs to become comfortable with English sounds and rhythm.
That's why today we're going to train your speaking muscles. And don't worry, you don't need an expensive course, you don't need special equipment. You can practice at home. You can practice in your bedroom. You can practice while you're walking. You can even practice quietly in your car.
The most important thing is to speak regularly. Even 5 minutes every day can give you useful practice. And when you practice every day, speaking starts to feel less strange.
One of the biggest problems for English learners is translating everything. You hear an English sentence, you understand it in your first language, then you think about the answer in your first language, then you translate the answer. That's a lot of work.
And because your brain is doing so many steps, your speaking becomes slow. Let's say someone asks, "What did you do yesterday?" You might first think about your answer in your own language, then you translate, then you check your grammar, then you speak. But instead, try to connect simple English directly to the idea. For example, yesterday I went to work. Don't think about every word. Think about the situation. Yesterday, going to work. Then say the sentence.
You don't need complicated English. Simple English spoken quickly and clearly is much more useful than complicated English that takes 30 seconds to create.
Exactly. Let's take another example. What are you doing this weekend? Instead of translating every word in your head, connect the question directly to the idea. You might answer, I'm going to visit my family, or I'm going to stay home and relax, or I'm meeting some friends. Simple, natural, useful.
And remember, you don't have to create a completely new sentence every time. English has many common sentence patterns. Once you learn them, you can reuse them. For example, I'm going to, I'm planning to, I'd like to, I usually, I don't really, I think, I feel like. These are speaking building blocks.
Let's look at one. I usually. You can say, I usually wake up early. I usually drink coffee in the morning. I usually work from home. I usually watch TV at night. I usually go for a walk after dinner. The beginning stays the same. Your brain becomes familiar with the pattern, and your mouth becomes familiar with the movement.
Another important speaking skill is learning to speak in groups of words. Many learners speak one word at a time. I am going to the store. Every word has a separate space.
But natural English often flows in groups. I'm going to the store. One smooth group.
Exactly. You don't have to speak extremely fast. You just need to connect your words. For example, how are you doing? Try to say it as one smooth phrase. How are you doing? Not how are you doing?
Here's another one. What are you going to do? Say it naturally. What are you going to do? Or, I want to talk to you. Keep the words connected. I want to talk to you.
This is why listening practice is so important. When you listen to native or fluent English speakers, don't only listen for vocabulary. Listen to how the words connect. Listen to the rhythm. Listen to which words sound strong and which words sound softer.
English has music, it has rhythm, it has stress, and you can practice this by copying short sentences.
Now, let's talk about one of the best speaking exercises, shadowing. Shadowing means listening to someone speak and repeating almost immediately. You don't wait for a long time. You hear the sentence and you copy it.
For example, I say, I'm really happy to be here today. Then you repeat, I'm really happy to be here today.
The goal isn't just to copy the words. Try to copy the rhythm. Try to copy the speed. Try to copy the emotion. Try to copy the way the speaker connects the words.
Let's give you some useful sentences to practice. First, I don't know what to say.
Next, I'm trying to improve my English.
Next, I've been practicing every day.
And I'm getting better little by little.
These sentences are simple, but they are powerful. You can use them in many situations, and the more you repeat them, the easier they become.
Now let's talk about another common problem, forgetting a word. You're speaking, everything is going well, then suddenly you forget one word.
And you stop. You look at the other person. You become nervous. You think, oh no, I forgot the word. And then the whole conversation becomes uncomfortable.
But forgetting one word doesn't mean the conversation has to stop. You can explain the word. This is a very useful communication skill.
Imagine you forget the word umbrella. You can say, it's something you use when it rains. That's enough.
Maybe you forget the word receipt. You can say, it's the paper you get after you buy something.
Or maybe you forget fridge. You can say, it's the cold machine in the kitchen where you keep food.
See? You kept speaking. You didn't need the exact word. You found another way to communicate.
This is what confident speakers do. They don't always know every word. They know how to continue when they don't know a word.
Part 5. Use simple English faster.
Sometimes English learners think they need advanced vocabulary to sound fluent, but that's not always true. You can sound confident with very simple English.
For example, instead of saying, I am experiencing a significant amount of exhaustion today, you can simply say, I'm really tired today.
Instead of, I would like to acquire some food, just say, I want to get something to eat.
Instead of, I am unable to comprehend what you're saying, you can say, I don't understand. Simple English is powerful.
And when simple sentences become automatic, you can slowly add more advanced language. But first, make the basic language comfortable.
Part 6. Practice with your daily life.
Here's another great way to train your mouth. Talk about what you're already doing. You don't need a special topic. Use your everyday life.
If you're making coffee, say, I'm making coffee. I'm adding some milk. I need a little sugar. The coffee smells really good.
If you're getting ready for work, I'm getting ready for work. I need to take a shower. I'm looking for my keys. I need to leave in 10 minutes.
If you're cleaning, I'm cleaning my room. There's a lot of stuff on the table. I need to organize everything. This room looks much better now.
This kind of practice is powerful because you're connecting English with real actions. You're not just memorizing English, you're living through English.
And that's what we want. We want English to become part of your everyday life.
Part 7. Train your mouth with one sentence.
Let's do another simple exercise. Choose one sentence. For example, I'm going to improve my English. Say it slowly. I'm going to improve my English. Now say it naturally. I'm going to improve my English. Now say it with confidence. I'm going to improve my English.
Now change the emotion. Say it like you're excited. I'm going to improve my English. Now say it like you're tired but determined. I'm going to improve my English. Now say it like you're encouraging a friend. I'm going to improve my English.
This might sound like a small exercise, but it teaches your mouth something important. English isn't only about words, it's also about emotion, rhythm, speed, and tone.
And when you practice the same sentence in different ways, you become more flexible. You learn how to use English in real situations.
Part 8. Build your speaking confidence.
Now let's talk about confidence. Many learners believe confident speakers don't make mistakes. That's not true. Confident speakers make mistakes too.
The difference is that they don't stop speaking because of the mistake. Imagine someone says, yesterday I go to the supermarket. Maybe they meant, yesterday I went to the supermarket. That's a grammar mistake, but the listener still understands the meaning.
Communication happened, and that's important. You can correct the mistake and continue. Yesterday, I went to the supermarket. I bought some vegetables. The conversation continues.
Don't let one small mistake destroy your confidence. One wrong tense doesn't erase everything you know. One pronunciation mistake doesn't mean your English is terrible. One forgotten word doesn't mean you're bad at English.
Keep going. That is the habit we're trying to build.
Part 9. The 5-minute speaking routine.
Now let's create a simple routine you can use every day. You only need 5 minutes.
First minute, talk about your day. Say what you did today. For example, today I woke up at 7. I had breakfast, then I went to work. I had a busy morning.
Second minute, describe your surroundings. Look around you. Talk about what you see. I can see a window. There's a chair next to the table. My phone is on the desk. There's a cup of coffee beside my computer.
Third minute, talk about your plans. I'm going to finish my work. I'm going to make dinner. I'm going to call my friend. I'm going to watch a movie tonight.
Fourth minute, tell a short story. It can be something very simple. For example, yesterday I went to the supermarket. I needed some vegetables. The store was very busy. I bought everything I needed and went home.
And the 5th minute is free speaking. Talk about anything, your favorite food, your job, your family, your hobbies, your goals, your weekend, anything you want.
Don't stop to correct every sentence. Just speak. 5 minutes, every day.
Part 10. Make English part of your identity.
There's one final idea we want to share. Don't think of English as something you only study. Think of English as something you use.
Instead of saying, I'm studying English, try thinking, I'm becoming an English speaker. That's a different mindset.
You don't need to wait until you're fluent to call yourself an English speaker. If you communicate in English, you're already using English.
Maybe your English is A2, maybe it's B1, maybe it's B2. That's okay. Your level doesn't decide whether you can speak. Your practice does.
And don't compare your English journey to someone else's. Someone may have been learning for 10 years. Maybe you've been learning for 6 months. Someone may live in an English-speaking country. Maybe you don't. Everyone has a different journey.
The only comparison that really matters is, am I better than I was before? Maybe last month you couldn't introduce yourself. Now you can. Maybe before you couldn't understand a simple conversation. Now you can. Maybe before you were afraid to speak. Now you're practicing every day. That's progress.
Final message. So, English learners, let's remember what we learned today. Speaking English isn't only about knowing grammar. It's about training your brain and your mouth to work together.
Speak in simple sentences. Speak in groups of words. Practice shadowing. Don't stop when you forget a word. Describe things when you don't know the exact vocabulary. Use English to talk about your real life and practice a little every day.
You don't need 1 hour. You don't need a perfect study plan. You don't need to memorize hundreds of words every day. Start with 5 minutes.
5 minutes of speaking today. 5 minutes tomorrow. 5 minutes the next day, and then keep going.
Little by little, your brain will become faster, your mouth will become more comfortable, your pronunciation will become clearer, your sentences will come more naturally, and your confidence will grow.
And remember this, you don't have to speak perfect English. You just have to keep speaking.
That's one of the most important lessons for every English learner. Don't wait until you're perfect. Don't wait until you're confident. Don't wait until you know every word. Start with what you know. Use it, repeat it, practice it, and improve it.
If you enjoyed today's episode of Learn English with us, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can continue practicing English with us.
And if this episode helped you, share it with a friend, family member, or another English learner who wants to improve their speaking skills.
You can also come back and listen to this episode again. Every time you listen, you'll notice something new, and every time you speak, you're training your English.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today.
Keep listening.
Keep repeating.
Keep practicing.
And most importantly,
keep speaking English.
We'll see you in the next episode of Learn English with us.
Take care, everyone.
Keep learning and keep smiling.
Bye.